iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy.
Hey guys, welcome back to the CNJShow, and I got my favorite gin and juice here, and I got my sister NEEK, and we hope that you guys are having a good day today. Now, I don't know what's going on with Jada. I don't know what's going on with nobody no more, because every time I'm turning on the TV, the radio, I don't know, but now I do know why Jada is sitting there like that, and I do know why Will Smith went up there.
What is sitting up there like what?
Looking stupid. And now I know why Will Smith did that.
Okay, so why? Everybody been trying to figure it out.
You know why?
Mm-mm.
Jada Pinkett have made Will Smith seem like a cowardly, not tough man. She's been bringing up Tupac. I don't understand how he's surfacing. Yeah, seriously, I don't know why.
Time again.
Yeah, he says he's all of a sudden he's surfacing. But this is the key. This is the part right here, though. When the whole Tupac plays a major part in their relationship, right? Mm-hmm. It plays a major. I don't even think nobody understand that.
I think he did.
But the thing is, you remember when we went to go see Tupac? We seen that.
The
movie.
Mm-hmm.
We went to go see that. Now, afterwards, people were saying how Jada was like, oh no, we was not friends like that. And she was trying to really like distance herself. Like, nah, we wasn't no best friends. We was not like that. The little poem y'all seen, that was just something short. It was, I don't know why everybody's making it be such a big deal, because we were not like that.
Yeah, she was saying they were best friends, but they were not a romantic.
Yeah, and all that. Okay, mm-hmm. But what's going on today?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on today?
But she still said he was just a special friend, like a best friend. She still never said like they had like this romantic thing. I think they loved each other. They was in love with each other or whatever it is. But I don't think they never like acted. You know, she said they did share a kiss before or whatever it is. But I don't think she said they never, you know, took it there. Maybe he had a lot of respect for her and knew he couldn't be there as far as like, you know, being honest and committed to
all
her.
that stuff is still the same. The whole thing is, when it came out, you did more so to me dishonoring him than what you did with this was my best friend, because neither here nor there. Nobody had to know nothing about whether y'all kids, because none of that stuff was circulating.
But see, I think she wants everybody to know. She do,
but then she did not.
Did. Cynthia, I don't think it never was a secret. I think everybody always knew those. How you think all of those pictures are out? Well, her and Tupac, those personal pictures.
Well, yes, she's putting them. Her and Jada. She's telling Willow to put some of this stuff out.
Before that, though.
Yeah,
before
that too. But what I'm saying is, when the movie came out, she kind of really did downplay it in a way. When this is just your bed, this is something that didn't happen. Now Will Smith and he tells it all in his book and says this has been a problem, because he did feel away. He he really did feel away, and I think because what Jada has been doing is basically probably saying, using Tupac or whomever else against with him. That's why he walked up there and slapped the rocks out of Chris, thinking like, listen, this is what Tupac would have did. Tupac would have never just sat there and let Chris say that. He would have walked up there and did that, or he would have been shot. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
I think it's out of character for Will Smith to go up there and do that. I didn't see him doing that at all.
I didn't either, but guess what, Gin and Juice? When a person is gonna do something, if this is what you're living with, they're torturing you, they're making you feel bad, they're basically putting you against the roughest guy in the world at the time, America's most wanted.
Will could have left.
That was not
so
the
this is what Jada Pinkett said about
I'm
the
so
movie.
sick of her.
Just to be clear, right? Because I feel like no matter about, I don't think she never even wanted to have a separation, like to show a separation with her Tupac. So she says, "Forgive me. My relationship to Pac is too precious for me for the scenes and all eyes on me to stand as truth." Pinkett Smith wrote, "The reimagining of my relationship to Pac has been simply deeply hurtful." The actress then pinpointed a trio of scenes that didn't align with the actual events, including scenes where Shakur read her a poem, their goodbye, and an alleged backstage argument. Pac never read me that poem. I didn't know that poem existed until it was printed in his book. Pac never said goodbye to me before leaving for LA. He had to leave abruptly, and it wasn't to pursue his career. Pinkett Smith tweeted, "I've never been to any of Pac's shows by his request. We never had an argument backstage." So I guess she basically was saying like, and Pinkett Smith added that her criticism of the film wasn't aimed at actors Demetrius and whoever else. So that's just that. So I guess basically it wasn't that she was trying to downplay the relationship. She's just trying to make it clear like she never had a chance to say goodbye to him. They never had like no argument. He never read the poem to her. So I guess when the poem was released in the book, it was a more emotional thing for her because she never even had heard the poem even after he passed. It was once the book was released. So I think it's just like...
I thought she was just clearing that.
She was clearing that part up. Like, I guess because she had to go through the phases of his death, because it was something that happened like abruptly. It wasn't like, I was prepared. We said our goodbyes. We had an argument and this and that. It wasn't that. So...
Yeah, because, I've seen more pictures with Jada and Tupac than I did with Jada and her mom, with the Jada and Will. And honestly, I think I didn't count them to 62. 62 pictures that I found through youth and middle age.
They were
very close.
No,
and they did something.
They probably were soulmates.
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
They were.
Sure they were. I feel like even now, she just don't even want to be. Seems like
she's in tears. She want to break out. She want to cry.
Seems like she doesn't want to be married. I don't know.
No, that's she don't want to be married. She don't.
She said from the beginning she didn't want to be married.
But now that's the part.
She was young. She was 26 years old.
No, forget that part. Now this is the part I do want to clear up with everybody. When she did to say that with that piece. Now let's just say this. You saying you don't want to get married to somebody does not mean that why everybody keeps saying this. Just like what you just said. She was young. She was 26. That doesn't mean you don't love a person. Oh my God, she just hated him. Plus, she was pregnant 3 months. She was sick, throwing up in the morning. There's not no time. She only did it because of her mom. Mm-hmm. She just didn't want to get married at that time. Like some people, you may want to be with somebody, but honestly, you just don't want to tie the knot right then and there because then you got to go to... Just like we're living together. Okay, no, because once we start living together, I ain't gonna have no freedom. You're gonna start checking up on me, seeing everywhere I go, following behind me. You ain't gonna have no life, and I still want to have me a little bit of life. I still want to have my phones everywhere and be comfortable and stop trying to, you gotta hide your phones and stuff. Everything is very crucial. I tell you what, and this is how you know. This is exactly how you gonna know with this. If somebody that you're with, if they was not home, just to say if they was gone for a week, and you knew for a week they was gone, see how many places you leave your phone unattended. It'll be on the kitchen table. It'll be right there on the bed. It'll be on the floor. You'll be in there taking the longest shower. But if they're there, that phone stays on you everywhere. It's right there. It's right there on you. We know that. So guys, let's stop with the she really hate him. Now, yes. She just don't have a connection. They had kids. I think she just hate him.
I don't think that she hate him. I think that she regrets being married and staying married to him. I think, and then again, they have a very complex, like, I don't know, it's a very weird.
It's like a contract marriage.
Yeah.
But wait, Meek, if I just said with the hate part, you said no. And you said she regrets marrying him.
But that's the thing. It's a difference between hating somebody.
Okay, now she don't hate him, but she don't have. But I want to say this: if you look at her, and you look at now, honestly, I don't know if y'all seen this with Mike Tyson and the lady Robin Gibbs, whatever her name was. The way she put him out when they was on the show, I was just sitting up there like, okay, Mike Tyson, when you gonna get up? I don't believe in a man hitting a lady, but when are you gonna get up and maybe shove her a little bit and let her go out the door? Cause only thing she did that whole time was doing what Jada did. I mean, look at Mike. Okay, like I told him, he needs to get himself together. He's too big. He does a lot of things that doesn't make sense half of the time. Yeah, half of the time people don't even understand what he's saying.
He just punched somebody in the head in an airplane.
Why?
Well, no, the guy was harassing him. He really took a lot before he even hit the guy. That'd be another conversation.
Yeah, because
that's something else.
So at least
but that's the exact same thing that we talking about with Will Smith. It don't matter. You still can't put your hands on people.
Jen, I'm not gonna do that. If somebody was
that man, Mike Tyson was sitting. No, you begging for it. Honest, no, you can't go in nobody's personal space, Jen. You crazy. People are liable to shoot you.
And they tell you
in gun class, they tell you like, look, if you feel threatened and somebody coming up to you with intent,
and then you'll be the first one in jail.
No, and then too. Now y'all remember when the police told us, listen, you have every right. If somebody comes up to you and you feel like you are in danger, to do whatever you have to do. And be
right in jail, because then you have to prove all of that, and 9 times out of 10 you can't prove it.
It's on camera. That man's all in that man is.
Okay, well, forget about that. We'll do that next. But we're saying she made him look so bad. He was just sitting there, and everybody was like, "How is this your wife?" Like everything that she's saying is basically the same thing what Jada have been doing over and over. With Will saying stuff in the book, crying out for help. And Jada has been crying out on the tabletop like, I want this to someone to just take this away. She's talking about, she's just doing this.
And she did not say it. I'm like, okay. And we said it too. We like, she's not going to speak about it until she just get information and just do it on Red Table Talk, because this is a business for her. Yeah. And it's just like, but take your husband. He's losing everything day by day. What's going on? Speak up. Say something.
Yeah, she's not a real one.
But seriously, even with athletes, actors, whoever it is, they get caught cheating, a girl making alleged this, that, and the third. And in order for them to go to the press conference, their wife got to be right by their side looking crazy. Because that's the only way you stay within these contracts. That's the only way you go back to looking like a human being.
Yeah.
You can't do this alone. Like, you trying to go defend all these things by yourself.
And everything that she keeps doing is, listen, guys, bring it to the table.
But they said, no, that's what she said.
Table talk.
It may be because she's able to put it in, I guess after doing so many interviews or whatever. But I'm like, it's just Instagram, there's TikTok, there's so many places that you can even if you just said a minute.
But my thing is, even after Will just slapped him for no reason, the thing is, not for no reason. It wasn't for no reason. What was it for no reason? Even when Will just did that, it was for nothing at all. That's terrible. My thing is, after all of that, Jada Pinkett still goes and say, we have been struggling also for 10 years, and sexually we've been having problems. And it's like, well, where did that come from? Get your head together. Right now, your husband supposedly is about to lose it all. He's been crying. He's now in rehab. He's so very sorry. He wrote everything you've done to him in that book. Wow, he poured out his heart. You have made, because let's think about this really quick. How we know Tupac is a legend. He will always be a legend. But how can Rest in Peace, the dead, play such a big factor in your marriage?
But see, I think
if you're not bringing it up some way.
No, she's definitely bringing it up. She's definitely comparing them. And I think, I know Will Smith compares himself, and I think for a long time, like he said, he just, like, not so much hated him, but he had like this envy towards him and stuff like that. I mean, he's spoken about it clearly on the Breakfast Club, certain interviews he's done. And I think it's the only reason how somebody can feel like that is because you made them, you know, feel like they had to compare themselves to somebody, or you could.
And what could she have said though? Because now that you say that,
she
like I said, now they did show Will Smith, Jada Pinkett and Will dancing. I mean, Will Smith and Tupac. I mean, Jada and Tupac was dancing off one of Will's songs. Now I don't know if that was Summertime. I'm trying to figure out what song could it have been. It could have been something. What was it? It could have been something. But my thing is, by the time they really hooked up, he was gone, right? He passed. So how? Like, what was you really saying? Like, Will, I think this is what this is. Will Smith was worshiping her. He did not love her. Because that's not love. You worshipped her. You worshipped how she looked. And that's how everything got to this point. Because honestly, with respect, I'm just trying to really see it. It's nothing you could tell me about someone that you supposed to say is your best friend. NEEK, it's nothing you can say if you say this was your friend. Y'all was real cool. And I know for a fact that Tupac Shakur has passed. Like he's dead. He ain't in no another state or something. Why should I have that much of like something like that? Something is wrong. Yeah, you are doing a whole lot of talking.
Yeah, I'm sure she.
So what was it? I have your behind right out with you'll be sitting there and we'll set that thing off. You don't have anything, and I'm sorry. Jada, you're cool or whatever you're doing, but you're not gonna be sitting up here making me feel bad now.
But I think that's the problem, though. I think that the issue is like I feel like when a man loves a woman in that way, especially whatever, like how he was young and successful, and he really wanted it to work. Cause it's not about looks. You're talking about Will Smith. Will Smith at that, especially in his prime, could get any girl from anywhere he went. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
You're rich and you're an attractive dude or whatever. You could have gotten any girl.
Yeah, and so could Jada.
But I'm saying
definitely Jada.
No, she could have too. But I'm just saying it wasn't about him versus how she looked.
Yes, it is because he did. But when he said this, you gotta understand. When he seen her, everything stopped. He said he knew when he seen her, he didn't even know what to do. He couldn't even control himself. He didn't know what to do. No, I believe him.
Man, Will Smith has seen way finer girls than Jada. Trust me. Even when he saw her.
Before, during, and after, I'm sure.
All the time. This is Will Smith.
Yeah, it is. But guess what? He probably ain't seen no girls that was like that. Natural just was like, okay. And then on top of that, just freaky as could be. He probably did not see that. Because Jada don't mind. She do not mind. Jada do not mind trying. One thing about she don't mind opening up, but it take anything. And everybody know how they play, and that's how she got that's how she got Austin that boy twisted.
Wasn't Candy with him too?
Candy.
No, that Austin guy.
Yes, that was.
I'm telling you, if they went Austin, they know something.
August Alsina?
No.
Yeah,
she was talking about Dallas Austin, the producer.
No, she wasn't with no.
They probably was. Who knows who all them went their butt.
Two different people, man.
Yeah, but still, who knows what all done happened? But we know Will has started to have a little bit of, even with speaking up and saying, no, I never gave you the blessings to sleep with my wife. What are you talking about?
But he don't want that information to be out. That's something private. That
he can't put
NEEK,
that out.
That is not private when everybody know that this is what they do.
Yeah, but they never admitted that.
August had permission to sleep with his wife. He just was embarrassed and they didn't want to say, I'm a man and I let this other man.
I think that Will see the thing is, and they do, and I think what it was Austin was like, okay, no, I thank you for saying this, but when we're doing something, I don't want you sitting there watching.
Wait, what?
With Will Smith. I think Will didn't mind, but see how their relationship is. They be in the room. Like, Will wanted to be in the room and watching it. You can't watch that kind of stuff.
You can't make this stuff up like this. Come on.
But you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't watch it. Nobody's watching. No one.
You cannot.
It takes years. No, wait, listen. It's like years before you can get, even with porn stars, they're sometimes trying to figure out the production.
I can't
right there with the camera.
I can't let you make that.
No. That's what it was.
It didn't happen like that.
It did. And it took years, trust me. I mean, everybody trying to figure out themselves. It's a lot. He didn't feel comfortable with Will just sitting in the back. Nobody wanted to watch you. Like, he was new to that.
He never did that. They never said that. That's not how that works. They don't do that.
It did.
No,
that
they
is.
don't.
Well, NEEK, how come everybody know about this? That's what I'm telling you. That's why I say.
August put it out there.
Yes, and guess what? Will did not mind, but he tried to cover it up because August said, no, I don't want you in the room. He started to have feelings like, no, I don't see her like that. I see her as mine. Like, there's no way
because
I can have you in the room while we're doing
Cynthia,
that.
it wasn't about being inside of the room.
What
I think
was it?
no, they was because they wanted to, I guess, work on their marriage or whatever it is. I guess they want to start slowing down. And I think too, August started getting too attached. I think they don't, how they do their relationships. They're swingers or they, whatever it is. They don't supposed to be a deep relationship with somebody else. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're still number one. You can't go falling all in love with somebody. But Jada Pinkett acted on him as prey, as like an older guy would act on a young girl who's going through a lot of stuff. Yeah. I think that's kind of what that situation was. He had a lot going on.
And she's very experienced, and he never ever
but see, also,
had anybody like that.
Yeah, I think it's mostly though because of
that's what he said. She's very experienced.
No, he never said that. What it was is he lost his sister. She was there like to kind of like help him and whatever it is, and I think it was more or less like that, like a personal thing. Cause trust me, ain't no dude going all crazy like that about some sex. You're not gonna make yourself look so weak like that. It's more than that. You get what I'm saying? Like, August really put everything out there. You're a young guy.
Yeah, he put everything out there. And then let's not to mention he puts everything out there, and he's not a regular guy. He is a star, so he didn't had a lot of vaginas come past his way.
Right, but it was not about that. It's about how she made him feel. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally.
Because she knows how to. She made him feel really good. On top of that, Jada have done some things to a lot of men and women that will know. Like, they don't do the average things that regular people do. So my thing is with this, I just want Jada to, let's just for a second, let's stop talking about your husband and you two talk personally, because some stuff is embarrassing. You have compared him to Tupac, a man that would just have killed or did anything to anybody, but with a nice soft soul. We all mourned the loss of Tupac. You've made him feel really bad, and I don't know how you make a man feel so bad that looks good and has the money and making the money and everything he ever seemed to do for you. You're not satisfied, and now you're talking about the big old house that you didn't even have to do anything for. I don't know why that upset you. And then you're talking about now how you guys' sex life is not the best. You're in your 50s. That right now is not the cause. We need to be talking about.
Well, of course, if you don't have the connection outside of the bedroom, that's where the fight. But that's where they both. So that's the reason why the sex is.
And guess what? And that's the thing that they both made it to be about. Mm-hmm. That's what I want everybody to know is, like I just said, even though you stopped me when I said it last time, the people know about their parenting with their kids and then their sex life, nothing else. So this is coming to a big shock that Will is actually being torn with this stuff. And then maybe now people can see why this is playing so hard with Jada, because she's actually wanting, she wants him back. Because of the 10 years of, she said, it's been not good.
He might well let her go ahead on.
But one thing, too, before we go, guys, I just wanted to let Jada know this, just in case it's ever got to her or something somehow. We don't know how stuff be. Jada, as they get older, it's not going to always be as strong. So I do understand what you're saying, but let's give him, because you got to understand, too, you're changing. So when you guys are in the bed and different things, and we know about the alopecia, he's had to accept you for that. You may have to accept him for that, because as we get older, I think people forget you got to get older. Like, I don't know why people try to make it seem like, listen, you're making yourself be old. Like, oh yeah, see, oh my God, look at her, she's so old, he's so old. it's life. God made it that way. You didn't do it. Then you can try to look better, or you can try to keep up with yourself. But he's getting older, and Jada, so are you. You know, everybody's getting older there.
I wish them happiness, even if it's not together. I think they'll still be great friends, and I think they'll be better off as friends too. To be honest, I don't know. I don't think they're
gonna be good as friends. I see Will crying every day, and I see Willow trying to help him out. With that, he'll be devastated. I just think they both need to understand. Will, leave right now. You're losing a lot of stuff. Jada's not gonna speak. Everything is gonna have to go on table talk to get her ratings higher. You are in the second of it. You're gonna be losing a lot, okay? So,
Jen, what you gotta say about it?
I don't know why everybody is acting like Will Smith is in a straitjacket or handcuffs, like he's handcuffed to Jada's leg or something, and he over there trying to gnaw it off, and he can't get away.
He's such a good man.
Unless, is she from Louisiana? Did she do some type of spell on him or something?
Mm-hmm. She's from Chicago, probably.
Whatever it is, Will Smith is there for every second of it. He loves it. He's eating it up. So
no, he's not.
Whatever Jada's doing, keep doing it, girl. You know, you want him at home more. Now he's gonna be at home more. And that's
she don't want him at no home more. That's the problem. What do you mean? That's when all the problems start coming. He's being home more because he's now settling down in that big house.
He's slapping people at the award show.
He thought what would Tupac do?
But see, I think that has more with his actions has more to do with him as a man. He needs to be a man. He needs to get whatever therapy he needs. You don't let nobody compare you to nobody, period, right? And I feel like once he understands that, he can, you know what I mean? Like Jen said, you're not handcuffed nowhere, whatever. He can probably start to have a realization as well. Like, okay, either it's going to go like this or you can go, we're going to have to split ways because I can't keep feeling like this. You get what I mean? Like, but there is some things that he need to work on for himself in order to... You get what I'm saying? Realize, like, okay, you don't do all that for no woman. You don't go out of character for no woman. You don't do that for nobody.
Wait.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's true.
No. And see, and that's the problem with what you just said. You see, we finna end it, and we know that it's going to be, like, some 2s and 3s to this. But...
Be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic. Got me going off on a mama's topic. If I ever play, I want it.
I know that.
You know
you
that
don't
I'm
do it for
always
nobody.
honest.
You shit for no
Stay away
woman.
from those who are toxic.